Listen, in +2, calculus is the backbone of mathematics. In standard 12 board, it contains about 45% of total marks in calculus. And in different competitive exams, calculus contains 45 to 50% marks. So you must command on each topic of calculus. See, first, limits. What is limit? See an example. Suppose you have to find the value of x cube minus 8 upon x minus 2 when limiting value of x is 2. So if you put here 2, x is equal to 2, then this becomes 2 cube, that is 8 minus 8, 0, denominator 2 minus 2, again 0. So 0 upon 0 is how much? 0 upon 0 is?
0.
Anyone?
0, sir.
Sir, not defined.
Not defined.
Undefined.
0 upon 0 is undefined function. How you can say undefined? Because when we divide 0 by 0, it does not appear a fixed term. Right? 0 divided by 0 means 0. It may appear one time, may appear twice, may appear thrice, all of result 0. So no definite number means it is undefined. Similarly, infinity upon infinity, undefined. Infinity into infinity, undefined. Infinity to the power infinity, undefined. So there are so many undefined functions. But here in standard 11, you have to study about 0 upon 0. Like 1 upon 0 is undefined. Any numerator upon 0 denominator is undefined. It does not matter that 0 into undefined term or infinity is 1. That is wrong. But 1 upon undefined term is 0. So now come on to question. What you have seen, that is form 0 upon 0. We simplify it. Simplify means apply the formula of a cube minus b cube. 8 is cube of 2. So a cube minus b cube is x, a minus b means x minus 2 into a square plus ab plus b square upon 2. One factor x minus 2 cancel, and now put their value, means when x is equal to 2, means 2 square 4 plus 4 plus 4, which is 12. This is well defined term. So what is limit? Limit is the procedure or the function which converts an undefined term to well-defined term. So first basic question, what is limit? So limit is the process of converting an undefined term to well-defined term. I think it is clear what is limit. answer. It is the process to converting an undefined to well-defined. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I proceed. X tends to 2. It does not mean x is equal to 2. So it is just approaching to 2. It may be 1.9999, 2.00001. So it's just approaching to 2, but while solving problem, when we use limit, then put x tends to 2. So always write tends to. This is read as tends to. Right? Now, come on to some formula. You have studied complex number. So I just recall cos theta plus I sin theta. This is called complex number in polar form when r is 1. So this is equals to how much? You know, e to the power I theta. I think sir have told you in complex number topic. You have also read the expansion of e to the power x. Do you know its formula? E to the power x is? This is equals to 1 plus x plus x, sorry, 1 plus x square by factorial 2 plus x cube by factorial 3 x cube by factorial 3 up to x to the power n by factorial n. If you have not remembered the formula, then understand. Is it clear? This is expansion of e to the power x. And this is value of complex number e to the power I theta. Is it clear? Both formula have been clear?
Yes, sir.
Understand both formulas? Hans?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Sir.
So now in this formula means expansion of e to the power x, put x is equals to I theta in e to the power x, put x is equal to I theta. Then what happens? E to the I theta is equals to 1 plus I theta plus I square theta square by factorial 2 plus I cube theta cube by factorial 3 plus higher powers of theta. Now, I square is, tell me, I square is
Minus
-1. I cube will be
root I.
root I square is equal to -1. I cube is I square into I, that is -1 into I, which is -I. I to the power 4 is
1. 1.
1. I to the power 4 is 1. So replace the values of I in the expansion of e to the power I theta. So e to the power I theta should now be written as 1 plus I theta. I square, that is minus 1. So minus theta square by factorial 2. I cube we have just seen, I cube is minus I. So minus I theta cube by factorial 3. Next term will be I to the power 4 theta 4. So I to the power 4 is 1. So it is theta 4 by factorial 4 plus higher powers. Higher powers of theta. Is this step clear?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Girls,
Not clear.
is it clear?
No, sir.
No. Previous step was clear.
Yes, sir.
This one is clear. So
Yes, sir.
e to the power I theta is equal to 1 plus I theta plus I square theta square by factorial 2. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear है ये.
Yeah, clear. So now, I square is equal to minus 1. You know, in complex number. I square is equal to minus 1. I cube is equal to I square into I. That is minus 1 into
Minus
I
I.
minus I. So here I cube I write minus I. What should be next term? I to the power 4 theta to the power 4 by factorial 4. Is it? According to I to the power 4 is 1. So I write here theta 4 by 4. Now it is clear?
Yes, sir.
So now in this expansion, first write real part, then write imaginary part. So real part is 1 minus theta square by factorial 2. Plus theta to the power 4 by factorial 4. And so on. This is, you know, na, from complex number, separating real and imaginary parts. So first write real part. Your imaginary part terms are 1 here, another is here, then comes theta to the power 5 and so on. So next write imaginary part plus I should be taken as common. How much left? Theta minus theta cube by factorial 3. Then next term should be theta. It should be plus because plus minus plus plus minus plus. What term should be next? Theta to the power 5 by factorial 5 and so on. Is it clear? Tell me, because calculus is complete new concept. So is this step clear?
Yes, sir. Clear है.
Right. And what is value of e to the power I theta? Cos theta plus I sin theta. Now separate real and imaginary part, or equating real and imaginary parts from both sides. So first equate real part. What is real part in left side? What is real part in left side? Reply me. Real in left side is
So cos theta is a real part.
cos theta is the real part. In right side, one is real part. So
Yes, sir.
minus theta square by factorial 2 plus theta to the power 4 by factorial 4 plus so on. And imaginary part in left side is sin theta. And in right side terms in the bracket, theta minus theta cube by factorial 3 plus theta 5 by factorial 5 plus higher powers. In this one, imaginary parts, theta is common in each of term. So take out theta as a common. Sin theta is equals to theta 1 minus theta squared by factorial 3. 1 theta is common. Theta to the power 4 by factorial 5 and so on. Now it is clear. Tell me. Means cos theta is equal to this one. This theta transfer into left side. So sin theta upon theta should be written as 1 minus theta squared by factorial 3 plus theta to the power 4 by factorial 5 and so on. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. सर जो cos थीटा का फैक्टोरियल फॉर्म जो आप लिखे हैं उसमें जो l है ना फैक्टोरियल l वो छूट गया है.
Yep. Oh, yeah, right. Factorial 4.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Anybody? IUC Saran. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Harsraj?
Yes, sir, clear है.
Right. Asika?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Now you have two forms. One is for cos theta and another is for sin theta by theta. In both forms, take limit. Take limit as theta tends to 0. in both one. So see the first one. Limit theta tends to 0, cos theta should equals to limit theta tends to 0, 1 minus theta square by factorial 2 plus theta 4 by factorial 4 plus higher powers. When you put limit theta is equal to 0, so after first term it will be 0. So the value of limit theta tends to 0, cos theta is equals to 1. On the other hand, second part, limit theta tends to 0, sin theta upon theta should be written as limit theta tends to 0, 1 minus theta square by factorial 3 plus theta 4 by factorial 5 plus higher powers of theta. This again becomes 0 after first term. Only 1 is left because it is independent from theta. So finally we said that limit theta tends to 0, sin theta upon theta is equals to 1, right? This is your first formula for limits. All of you have understand the formula?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
If
sir.
you have any doubt, then ask. So this formula is applicable for trigonometrical terms. Now you have one more formula for algebraic term. Write down. Prove that limit x tending to a x to the power n minus a to the power n upon x minus a is equals to n into a to the power n minus 1. See, this question is again for undefined form, that is 0 by 0. If you put x is equal to a here, then a to the power n minus a to the power n becomes 0, a minus a is also 0, right? So calculate the value of x to the power n minus a to the power n. What does it mean? It means x minus a divides x to the power n minus a to the power n. So let us divide first. The procedure of algebraic division, that first term should be cancelled. So how many times it appears? X to the power n minus 1. Multiply with a. So when we multiply with x, it becomes x to the power n minus a into x to the power n minus 1. All of you know algebraic division?
Yes, sir.
So divide. This sign will change, cancels. Write positive term first. A x to the power n minus 1 minus a to the power n. Next appearing will be plus, because this is positive, this is positive. A into x to the power n minus 2. Right? So multiply a to the power a into x to the power n minus 1 minus a square x to the power n minus 2. Again subtract by changing signs. Yes, these two terms should cancel. Write positive terms. A square x to the power n minus 2 minus a to the power n